Donald Trump's been consistently trying to get his maniac MAGA supporters to do something in front of the courthouse in Manhattan where the criminal trial is taking place. And when they haven't done anything, he complains that, it's the courthouse is on lockdown, that it's like Fort Knox, that nobody can get in, and which is just completely not true. But after begging his MAGA supporters to do something and to take action at the criminal trial, they finally responded. And what they decided to do, and this is real, Donald Trump's MAGA supporters showed up and they released balloons with photographs on them. And the photographs included pictures of like Alvin Bragg and others who are involved in the criminal trial and other prosecutors and other judges like Justice Arthur Engoron, Special Counsel Jack Smith's face on it. And this is how Donald Trump's MAGA Republican supporters responded to Donald Trump's call that they do something. Just watch for yourself.
U-Haul just let out dozens of balloons with whose face? Judge Juan Merchan. We saw a couple of Alvin Bragg.
Oh, Jack Smith. Jack Smith.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Yes, those were the balloons that they released, and the balloons were like hitting the criminal courthouse in Manhattan. That's what it means to be MAGA. How pathetic, how weird can you get? Here is another angle from one of the individuals who was involved in the release of these balloons, who taped it from another angle. So just so you see what Donald Trump supporters did at the criminal trial. And this occurred on Thursday, just so you can see it for yourself.
I love it. Flying pigs right above the courthouse. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my God, perfect timing. Oh shit. The guy going right with this. Whose face is on it? Somebody's face is on it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at this. Can't make this shit up, though. And they kept going. Oh, it's Alvin Bragg's face on the balloons. Oh, some of them at least. Not this, but that one. Alvin Bragg and another other. Can't make it up. Everybody's recording. It's amazing.
Yeah, you see the Alvin Bragg, Jack Smith, Justice Juan Merchan, Justice Arthur Engoron. Their faces were on those balloons. Again, very strange behavior. And as again, we previously reported about what's going on in the at the Trump rallies now, where these MAGA supporters are now wearing diapers in order to copy Donald Trump. And Snopes fact-checked this as true. We had been reporting on it before. Others had reported on it before. but at Trump's Wildwood, New Jersey event, diapers. At a lot of these events, you have, real men wear diapers, real women wear diapers, diapers over dem. So that's what's going on at the rallies. You've got them releasing those kind of balloons right there. This is what the Republican Party has become. And then you had the MAGA Republicans showing up at the criminal trial throughout the week. Members of Congress, you had MAGA Republican senators, MAGA Republican Congress members. While Trump supporters are releasing these balloons, they're arriving there, and Trump dresses them up so that they look like him, and they wear long red ties. The Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries in the House called them the Red Tie Brigade. They showed up at the trial, and they all held press conferences where they violated the gag order for Donald Trump, and they attacked the judge's daughter, and they attacked the witnesses, and they attacked the prosecutors, and they took selfies in the courthouse. And just, it was just so strange, the group of people who showed up there. You had like Lauren Boebert, and we all know what Lauren Boebert's been up to and what her behavior is. And by the way, you've got Lauren Boebert's kid or son, can't afford an attorney, but Lauren Boebert was just showing up to be, there with Donald Trump. You've got Anna Paulina Luna. You've got Matt Gaetz. By the way, this is a DeSantis supporter, Peter Henline. Here's how he describes the scene in the court today. You have Anna Paulina Luna, former stripper turned TPUSA influencer turned congresswoman. Her most recent effort in Congress was a bill to give Trump a gold medal. You have Lauren Boebert, a lady who jacked off a guy in a public theater, and a mother who didn't go to court hearing a few days ago with her 18-year-old son, who was facing multiple charges of burglary and identity theft. She didn't even help him get a lawyer. Matt Gaetz, who's under an ethics investigation into activities with underage girls. What a joke the GOP has become. By the way, this is a colleague of Matt Gaetz describing what Matt Gaetz does on the House floor, where Matt Gaetz crushes erectile dysfunction pills and then brags about the women he has, according to this MAGA Republican congressman, saying this is what Matt Gaetz does. Here, play this clip.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before you got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House back in November, and he's always stayed there. And he was never going to leave until he got this last moment of fame by going after a motion to vacate.
It's important to know Congressman Gaetz has never been charged with any sex trafficking crime, and he gave this statement to CNN in response. I don't think Mark Wayne Mullen and I have said 20 words to each other on the House floor. This is a lie from someone who doesn't know me and who's coping with the death of the political career of his friend Kevin. Thoughts and prayers. I'm joined now by Republicans.
And so this is what Peter Henline points out as well, too. There's something deeply disturbing and explicitly anti-conservative about Lauren Boebert traveling to New York to attend Trump's trial for hush money payments to porn stars while not assisting her own 18-year-old son with his own serious legal battles. And this is an article from the Daily Mail. Lauren Boebert's teenage son claims he can't afford a lawyer and is slammed by judge in his shoplifting case. I'm just trying to paint the picture for you right now of what's happening in this MAGA Republican movement. And so I think when Peter Henline says there's something inherently anti-conservative about this is anti-American, anti-conservative, anti-normal. I mean, this is some strange behavior. You've got Trump supporters showing up to his events wearing diapers and saying diapers over Dems. You've got Trump whining that people aren't showing up, and so he begs his supporters to show up to the trial. And when they show up to the trial, they release those balloons that I just showed you, so that they're hitting the courtroom with the faces of the prosecutors and the judges on them. That's how they respond to Donald Trump telling them to show up. In addition to the diapers, you've got at the events, they're selling the pee funnels. And as I've said, if you got to go, you got to go. And I hear pee funnels are a good resource for certain people at like fairs and things like that. But I mean, first off, why aren't there porta potties at these Trump events? They're in kind of fairly discreet areas. So you got them like peeing on the floor, wearing diapers, releasing those balloons, and it's just inherently strange. Oh, and then you got Lauren Boebert returns to Congress, and she says that Donald Trump isn't sleeping. He's closing his eyes because he's praying at the criminal trial. And if he is closing his eyes, he looks very pretty while sleeping, she says. Here, play this clip of her on Thursday night at a House Oversight Committee hearing. Play this clip.
So every so often, Mr. Garcia, maybe you could just lift up that picture of our President Trump sleeping. As you say, I think he's praying. But if he is sleeping, he certainly looks pretty while he sleeps. Maybe it's an endearing moment of prayer, though. I know when I fall asleep on airplanes, my mouth kind of drops open, and his mouth is kind of tight-lipped. So maybe it's just a somber moment of
I mean,
thought.
He's sleeping. It's been reported by multiple press outlets.
I was in the courtroom today,
sleeping.
and I do. I could see why someone would fall asleep, just like George Conway fell asleep today in the court hearing. It's kind of slow in there. It's not as exciting as the House Oversight Committee, but I just wanted to say that's a lovely picture you have of President Trump, Mr. Garcia. Thank you. And I yield.
Gentlelady.
Yeah, and while all of that's going on, the MAGA Republican Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, we now know, after January 6th and just a few days before Biden was inaugurated, Samuel Alito had an inverted flag flying outside of his home, which is the symbol of the Stop the Steal rally. So Justice Alito had the insurrection symbol, and then Justice Alito recently said that it was his wife's fault for why, when he was confronted with it, he said it was his wife's fault. Like, folks, this isn't normal behavior, and we have to bring back normalcy in our country. It's not like this shouldn't be political. Like, just Trump has turned this thing into, this is crazy. This is pure madness. See what they're doing at the trial. Ugh. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.